Hey there. So this is gonna be Lights by Ellie Goulding. So this video is just gonna focus on only lights. I mentioned some of it in the other uh, general video, but this is just gonna be lights by itself. So I'll demonstrate a couple different variations of playing this, and then I'll go into more detail after that. So make sure this is lined up. Yeah, I think we're good. Um, so here's just the chords if you just want to do the chords. So those are just some examples you could do with the chords. And doing just the regular song with the melody. I'll demonstrate that. Um, I'll do it with just the single notes with the left hand first. Okay, so here's with just the fifths. I'm just kidding. So you get the idea. And here's with the chords. So advice, with the left hand, kind of like how I explained in the other video, um, the whole progression is gonna be, just 4 chords, and it's gonna be G sharp minor, so it's gonna be G sharp, B, and D sharp. The next chord is F sharp major, so it'll be F sharp, A sharp, C sharp. Next chord is E major, E, G sharp, B, and then the last chord is C sharp minor, C sharp, E, G sharp. And these chords just keep repeating the whole song. G sharp minor, F sharp major, E major, and C sharp minor. The whole song never changes, which is kind of cool. It's a lot easier to teach when it's just the same 4 chords. And so once again, if it's too hard to move chords, you can start with the single notes, just G sharp, F sharp, E, and then C sharp. Or you can do the fifths, or you can do the triads. The older the students, obviously, the easier it is for them to do the triads, and if they're younger, sometimes it's better just to do the singles or doing the fifths, because that's a little bit better. Okay, so for the right hand, what I did was, I'll move it over, I guess, a little bit. Here's G sharp. Okay, so I use mostly just these 5 steps of sound. G sharp, A sharp, B, C sharp, and D sharp. And usually, just in general, when I have students take on a new 5 steps of sound, I'll have them just try it out. I'll have them put all their fingers on, and I'll say, okay, try out your 5 steps of sound, and I'll have them go up, just like they normally would. Okay. So the only exception, other than the little tag thing at the end, so there's a part right at the beginning where you're gonna put your thumb on this D sharp, and you're gonna stretch out like this. But once you get up to this note, you can go right to the 5 steps of sound. I'm gonna demonstrate that. I'll play it regularly. And stretch. So you get the idea. So what I'm doing at the beginning is I'm stretching out my thumb to the D sharp. I have my index finger on G sharp, middle finger on B, and then my ring finger on C sharp. So once I get to this C sharp, which is the top note, I'm gonna move all these fingers back to where they should be in the 5 steps of sound. So thumb will be on G sharp, index is on A sharp, and then middle finger's on B. So watch carefully, moving up, and move back to the position. I'll do that one more time. So you're stretched, just like this, and then in. And then you can just continue. And then the whole rest of it is these 5 steps of sound. The only difference is when you do that stretch for that one line. But everything else is within these 5 notes, so that's kind of nice. What was the other thing I was gonna say? Oh, if it's a kid with smaller hands, if you mention rolling your hand more, I think that kind of helps. If the fingers aren't big enough, obviously, to reach all of this, that's kind of big to go from the D sharp to the C sharp. So if you have them roll their hand more, sometimes that helps. You don't even necessarily need to have to reach all the notes, and then reach back over here. That's good for the little kids to use that rolling technique. What was the other thing? Okay, I guess I could just demonstrate the whole. I'll do just the right hand, and you can watch the whole thing. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, that last time it actually just goes to here. So it would be the last time going through. and then it goes to the next part. Yeah, so that's the whole right hand. And I showed, if you look in the demo, you can see where the other hand fits in. I can demonstrate that actually again one more time too, wouldn't hurt. So let me do that. Okay, so it'll be, I'll do it with the chords. Yep. The only thing you can change, it's up to you, or I guess the student. The part at the beginning, you can either, for all 4 chords, you can line up with the right hand, like demo 1. Line up. Right here. Line up. Or you can separate them. If you separate them, that just makes your left hand change exactly every measure, like it's all even, rather than if you line it up with your right hand on with the F sharp chord and the C sharp chord, you're kind of using like an anticipation. But if not, if you want to break it up and just have your left hand even the whole time, it would sound like this. So you see the gap in between. I'll demonstrate that again. Lift. Here's separate. Oh, just kidding. So it'll be separate. 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 Just like that. So a lot of times, I guess you could draw one of those graphs, like they draw for alma mater, how they show where the hands line up. You could do something like that, or a lot of times I'll do it how I wrote out the notes, and then I'll draw in between where the chords go. I'll draw the line so it's in between the 2 notes it's supposed to be played in. But if they're having trouble with it, I'll tell them like what note your left hand comes after. So if it was this one, I would say, okay, here, and then play on the C sharp. And then I'll say after the C sharp, so play the C sharp, and then play the left hand. So I'll specifically tell them after that C sharp, make sure you play it, it'll be separate. Together. After the C sharp. Now together. Now just the C sharp, and now the left hand. So I'll do something like that to help them out. I'll separate that out if they want to do that. Otherwise, you can also play together, and that's fine too. They kind of do it both ways in the song, so I guess you could just do either one. Other than that, I think that's everything. Oh, no, it's not. Okay, so there's this other little, like, I guess tag thing they do. I can demonstrate that too. Oh, cool, my phone's ringing. Okay, my mom will pick it up soon. Well, anyway, there's this part after they do the chorus. And she'll be singing. So all that is so that last time, and then it's just this note. That's the lights thing, so it just keeps going. The other part, she does this kind of a singing thing. Sorry, my voice is gone, but. So usually what I do for that is I'll use my pinky and ring finger, and I'll use my thumb for all these notes. So this stays here. My thumb will play this D sharp, this C sharp, and this B. Thumb, 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 and I'll just move my thumb. Thumb, thumb. So I'll demonstrate that in context with the lights part. So it'll go, I'll do it without the repeating. So I'll go. Lights, lights, lights. Now, the other thing you'll notice is when I play this part, it's actually all the fifths of the chords, so I just move my thumb out of the way for that. So I'll go move the thumb, and then I just kind of hold that one. I guess if you wanted to, I don't have enough room on the camera, but if you wanted to do your right hand up an octave higher, you could do that too, and then you wouldn't have to move your thumb. Then you don't have to move it. Just kidding. You could do that too, but I usually do it in here. I think that should be it. If you have any questions, just let me know. Alright, cool. See you later.